Hi, it's Pam, and today I'm talking about my video game crushes. Games are full of a wide range of appealing characters. While some are mostly eye candy, some have charming personalities. I've had a number of video game crushes over the years, from when I was a young and impressionable preteen to, well, now. Let's take a look at some of them.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
1993 brought out one of my favorite adventure games of all time, along with one of my first video game crushes, Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers. Gabriel is a writer investigating a string of voodoo-related murders in New Orleans. He's a bit of a jerk, but he's got great hair, owns a bookstore, and is full of smart-ass comments, at least once he's had his coffee. He's also a Schattenjäger, a hunter of shadows, so he's got the badass thing going for him too. Plus, he's voiced by Tim Curry.
Call me Friedrich. All right. Good.
Though Pixel Gabriel was the original source of my crush, FMV Gabriel, seen in The Beast Within, isn't half bad either. Plus, there's some awesome sexual tension going on between him and fellow hottie Baron von Glauer, and I won't complain about watching that.
You are a man who runs deep, I suspect. On my off days.
I'm not so into the Gabriel from the third game, though. Next.
Oh, by the way, my name is Katrina.
When I run into Katrina outside the Dark One's cave at the beginning of Quest for Glory 4, I have a feeling this woman is bad news. But somehow, I don't care. She's dark, mysterious, powerful, and always leaves the player wanting more.
I will be waiting to see you here.
At least until she reveals her true nature and tries to plunge the world into darkness. Katrina is voiced by the incomparable Jennifer Hale. I look forward to each of her appearances in the game, where she flirts with the player, heals them, teaches magic, and drops subtle hints about her true nature and intentions.
Come to me. I have something to show you.
Just don't make her angry. Unless that's what you're into. Next is my favorite space soldier.
Are you flirting with me, Lola?
James Vega from Mass Effect 3 is hot. And flirty. And hot. He's a good soldier, a match for Shepard in more ways than one. And did I mention how hot he is?
Have to work harder than that if you want me to blush.
It took until the third part of the trilogy for Bioware to give me a character that I really wanted to romance, and cruelly, he wasn't romanceable. Until the Citadel, but I don't want to talk about that.
Not official.
Instead of romance, there was just a lot of flirting and a ton of sexual tension. Somewhat surprisingly, Vega is voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr. I couldn't see that when I first found out, but apparently he's very good at sexy voices.
I don't take things seriously, but when I commit to something, I fully commit.
Oh, sorry. What? Let's look at the next one.
I can tell you and I are going to get along just like fire hoses. What do we have here? Another scrumptious young plaything straight out of life and into my club?
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines introduced a bevy of interesting and seductive characters, the most interesting and seductive of which was Jeanette Vorman. As a fellow Malkavian, Jeanette was constantly flirting when I visited her at her club, the Asylum, and it worked. Alright, the schoolgirl outfit is a little obvious, but she wears it well and her mad musings are rather poetic.
I'm the finger down your spine when all the lights are out. And the name on all the names.
Jeanette Vorman is voiced by Greta Lyle, who also has a bit of the hot goth thing going on. I'm always sad to leave the Santa Monica portion of Bloodlines because it means spending less time with Jeanette.
I'd just love to give you funny feelings all night, sweetheart, but I really must trouble with some business.
We get along just like fire hoses. When we're both turned on, there's bound to be flames. Lastly,
For you, I'll try. This may be the longest we've gone without discussing the Inquisition.
though Cullen the Templar was less than impressive in Dragon Age 1 and 2, in Inquisition he came back with a vengeance. A handsome, charming, pretty boy vengeance.
I would like that.
This Cullen is the commander of the Inquisition armies, trusted advisor, and eye candy to boot. Plus, he's got a feather ruff that would make David Bowie jealous.
Right? My turn?
Alistair was my first Dragon Age love, but then Cullen came along. He's dreamy, he's a little bit tortured, and he's got a very solid desk. He can command my armies anytime.
I know it's foolish, but I was...
Cullen is voiced by Greg Ellis. Though one day I'd like to give Dragon Age Inquisition a replay so I can see the other romance options in the game, I have a feeling it would be difficult to not just go for Cullen again. Alright, I've shared my video game crushes, and now it's your turn. Let me know who you've had a crush on in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.